Democrat Congresswoman Adelita Grijalva is making waves on social media after she claimed that ICE pepper sprayed her in the face. Now, if her name sounds familiar, it's because she's the newly elected Congresswoman in Arizona whose swearing in was delayed by several weeks because of the Schumer shutdown. Well, even though she was just sworn in, I don't believe that her term is legitimate because she was clearly sworn in under the wrong name. Instead of Adelita Grijalva, it should be Adelita Smollett because she's pulling a Jussie Smollett here. She claims she was pepper sprayed in the face, but the video shows a different story. Just take a look at this video she posted on social media a few hours ago.
Hey, it's Adelita Grijalva. We just came up on a community that was protecting their people. We had, I would say, maybe 40 ICE agents, most of them masked, in several vehicles that the community had stopped right here, right in the middle of the street, because they were afraid that they were taking people without due process, without any kind of notice. And so I was here. This is like the restaurant I come to literally once a week, and was sprayed in the face by a very aggressive agent, pushed around by others when I literally was not being aggressive. I was asking for clarification, which is my right as a member of Congress. So once introduced myself, once I did, I assumed that it would be a little calmer, but there was literally only one person that was trying to speak to me in any kind of civil tone, and everyone else was being rude and disrespectful. And I just can only imagine if they're going to treat me like that, how they're treating everybody else.
Okay, so let's add a little context to this. She is filming this video immediately after she was supposedly pepper sprayed in the face. I'm going to show you videos of the encounter later in the video, and you'll see she's still wearing that same red blouse, though she has a black jacket, like a blazer over it. So basically, this is a same day, immediately after this happened. And notice she's not crying. Her face isn't red. Now, obviously, pepper spray doesn't last forever, but its effects, they don't go away immediately. I don't know if you guys know this, but in the Marines, they're actually pepper sprayed in the face as part of their training. And if you take a look at the photos, it is very intense. Just the before and after, the skin literally turns red. They are crying, snot's coming down. This isn't something that you recover from, in just a few minutes. Just brutal, right? We all know that pepper spray hurts, and that's one of the reasons why they use it to disperse not just, large crowds of agitators, but people who are posing a threat to law enforcement. In fact, there was a political candidate who, as part of his campaign, actually pepper sprayed himself, and you can see here he is soaked with water as he's trying to get the pepper spray just out of his face. So it's really odd that she's filming this supposedly after she was pepper sprayed in the face. There's no residue on her blouse. Her face seems perfectly fine. It doesn't look like she was crying or coughing up a storm. Just looks perfectly fine. Well, let's take a look at the actual incident where she interferes, and you can see the moment where they shoot something at her, but it's not even aimed at her face like she claims. It was aimed at her feet.
Watch out, watch out. Hey, put it down. Put it down.
You guys need to calm down and get out. You need to get out. You need to get out.
Get out of the way. Stop. You guys need to clear now.
Yeah, as you can see there, something was shot at her feet, either a smoke bomb or some similar deterrent, but reality is they wouldn't have had to do that if she had obeyed a lawful order. What she was doing was interfering with a legal order. She was interfering with law enforcement. She wants to act as if she's the victim in all of this. It's just ridiculous because she is a congresswoman, and she even says in that first video she thought that they would treat her differently. Laws for thee, but not for me. I thought we were all supposed to be equal under the law. I thought that was the whole point of having representatives in the House of Congress, in that they're treated the same. as the rest of us. If you or I tried to interfere with some sort of operation like that, we would probably be treated worse. She's already getting special treatment because she told them who she is, and yet she just wants all the privilege in the world, and she wants to act as if she's the victim in all of this. And the sad thing is the reason she did this is because she believes it's going to play for her base. She believes it's going to help her with re-election, or who knows, maybe even help her get a national profile. Well, even though it appears they shot a smoke bomb at her, we actually have footage from different angles of the crowd actually attacking law enforcement. And what you'll see is this was a violent incident. It wasn't, just protesters trying to block the street as she made it sound. No, they were actually getting in the faces of ICE agents. In fact, 2 ICE agents were actually severely injured. I don't know whether or not they were hospitalized. This was confirmed by Tricia McLaughlin, who is the Assistant Secretary for the Department of Homeland Security. Well, when we take a look at the footage of the crowd attacking the ICE agents, it's clear it was violent, and you actually get a look at what the pepper spray actually looks like, which is liquid, and it looks as if it's coming from a hose. Of course, it's not, but that's just what it looks like. So literally liquid sprayed in the face. Compare that to what happened to Adelita. Smoke bomb by her feet, and she wants to act as if, she's some sort of martyr in all of this. In fact, she was so distraught by this entire experience that she decided to hold an impromptu press conference immediately after the ICE agents left. You'll notice she's wearing the same red blouser with the black blazer, black jacket over it. Suspiciously no residue, but she's, patting her cheek, her eyes, because she was just shot in the face.
Congresswoman, what did you hear about this? How did you come to be here?
Literally just moments ago. This is the tacoyero that I come to all the time. So I was literally coming to lunch.
What is your understanding of why the agents are out here today?
They're targeting small mom and pop businesses that don't have the financial resources to fight back. And so they're looking at I-9s, and that's what they're doing. They're targeting small businesses and people that are helping in our communities in order to try to fill the quota that Trump has given them. This is horrible.
Did you hear where they're going?
He indicated that they're going to the federal jail, which does not exist, so it's the little tiny detention facility in the federal courts. My assumption is downtown. I don't know any of that. I haven't had the chance to get close enough.
Si a ti como congresista te lanzaron esto, ¿qué le puede esperar a la demás gente?
She wants to call it a small mom and pop shop, a small operation. They just so happen to have 14 locations throughout the state. That doesn't sound like a small, struggling mom and pop shop to me. If you have 14 locations, it sounds like business is booming and you're on your way to, growing your enterprise. It's just everything she's saying appears to be a lie. And it's just, she says that it was just coincidence that she happened to be there. For some reason, I doubt it. First of all, I get Congress usually doesn't meet on Fridays, but Congress just met yesterday, unless you got on a plane and flew back. I mean, obviously, that is a possibility, but the timing's just a little suspect here, a little coincidental. Look, this week I saw a lot of, obviously, Marjorie Taylor Greene announced that she's resigning from Congress, and that won't be until January, but even though she's resigned, apparently she's taken a complete break, and I know that came out of left field, but the train of thought I'm following here is that, she made a lot of controversy because Congress voted on a few things. The GOP barely has a majority. And with her basically not participating right now, abdicating her duties, it's really hard for the GOP. And so attendance is paramount. And so, the GOP is making sure all House members are in attendance for these votes, as well as the Democrats. So it just, I don't know. I have a hard time believing that she happened to be in D.C. yesterday and in less than 24 hours just so happened to be at the exact right spot at the exact right time where an ICE raid was about to happen. Is it theoretically, technically possible? Yes, but oftentimes the easiest explanation is the most likely one, which is she knew that this was happening and she wanted to make a name for herself and she was there. As always, though, all of this is just my analysis and commentary. That's what's happening in the world of politics from my point of view, and I would love to hear from you. So what do you think? Do you think she's telling the truth? She just so happened to go to this taco place and ICE was there and that's why she stood up? Or do you think she knew this raid was happening and she decided to get involved. Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments below. It's just ridiculous that a congresswoman thinks she needs to do this for relevance, thinks she needs to do this for her base, and unfortunately, in this political climate, I think it sends a very dangerous message, a very dangerous go signal to the deranged people that inevitably are out there. If you haven't already, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. I know it's a simple thing to ask for, but it really does help me reach more viewers like you. Be sure to smash that subscribe button and check out one of these videos.